Welcome to the Story Tinker Podcast, a place for in-depth analysis of webtoon stories. Co-hosted by sharp, witty, and dare I say, thirsty fans, we dive deep into every episode, analyzing character struggles, relationship development, and of course, theories. You can follow the Story Tinker on YouTube, podcast platforms, and social media. For bonus content, sneak peeks, and more, you can support the Story Tinker on Patreon. We are really appreciative of your likes, subscribes, and follows on all platforms. Thank you for listening to the Story Tinker, and let's get started. Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 148 of Let's Play on the Story Tinker. And today we had Haley, Krystine, and Josalynn.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, it's always exciting to see like the group like mix up, because I've always had you on like separately. I don't know if you've ever been on together. Like I don't think any of you have been on together with each other, right?
Not on
with
Let's
Josalynn
Play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
on MPL, but yeah, not
Okay.
together.
Okay, so we begin this episode with a recap of our dear friend Lucy, our receptionist Lucy, and we haven't discussed this on the podcast, so we'll actually go through this a bit. Lucy hands, the form or whatever to the delivery guy. She's like, there you go. Thanks for signing, miss. And I'll be out by tomorrow morning, miss, to pick up whatever packages you have. And Lucy's like, oh, goodness, I look forward to it. It's always a pleasure to receive your deliveries. And I hope in the morning, one of your deliveries will be just for me. And then she's like, ow. Oh my gosh, she is not subtle at all.
I love her.
I feel
Oh my
like we all
goodness.
know someone like her. Could it be? Because I do.
Yeah. I don't think so. I mean, maybe I'm
You
like
know
that, but I
me.
wouldn't say it to their face like that. I might tell my friends, but like, I think I'm a little more discreet. Oh, she is so funny though. And the delivery guy and Sam both look extremely discomfited. Delivery guy is sweating bullets. They're like, I don't think the attention was exactly warranted and or desired. He's like, on second thought, my route might be a little full tomorrow. Someone else may have to make this stop instead. Like, oh, Lucy. So yes, I don't. So this little segment makes me wonder about what Lucy says next, but we'll get to it when we get to it. Okay, Haley.
All right, we continue panning to Lucy's desk. She has some flowers. Wow, Lucy, you've gotten so many flowers lately. Are they all from the same guy? Yes, these are from the local delivery man. I used my charms on him, and he is now a slave to my whims. Oh, God.
I'm a little confused because the delivery man did not seem very interested in her. So do you think these flowers are from him or from someone else?
Another delivery. I mean, I feel like she would flirt with anyone who came in, honestly. And that's not a bad thing, but worked on somebody.
Yeah. Someone gave her flowers.
Yeah, I think this lady that's talking to her, it says Catherine on her name tag. I think she might be kind of interested in Lucy. I don't know. Maybe just friendly. I don't know. But
I feel like the flowers, I don't know if they're from this lady, but I feel like they're from someone else. And Lucy's just been misinterpreting them as being from the delivery man. And maybe they're from like, I don't know, Umed or like Jacob or something. But like, I feel like I don't think the delivery man was really that into her. Not this one, at least.
Hope we find out.
I had a rude thought and thought that Lucy was sending them to herself and saying
I had
that.
the same thought. Oh,
Yeah, that saying that the delivery guy sent them to her.
Oh, that
But
could
like,
be.
I don't know. I don't think Lucy's that desperate. I don't.
okay. You weren't the only one that went there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it too.
Okay.
I feel that.
We're all throwing Lucy to the wind.
Sorry, Lucy.
All right. So then Catherine says, wow, it must be neat having that kind of power over guys, right? And Lucy says, kind of with a, I get asked that question a lot. Having that kind of feminine wiles that poems are written about is a blessing, but also a curse.
She's so dramatic.
The number of hearts I've broken is enough to make you weep. I think in a past life, I must have been Helen of Troy. And Catherine says, "Oh, wow, really?" And that's why I was wondering if she was maybe interested because
Yeah,
she's kind of blushing a little bit.
Yeah, that does look like it.
Like
Well-
genuinely like interested and not just like, okay, yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
She's like, "Ooh," she's picking up on Lucy's animal magnetism.
Yeah, and you know what? Lucy seems to, given that she's like, oh, it's a curse to have all these guys interested in me. Maybe she will be interested in Catherine. She's not one of those people who like she thinks is into her.
Maybe. Well, and then Sam and Charles come in looking all cute, like they are very comfortable with each other. And Lucy says, "Oh, hey, you two. Well, well, well. Look who arrived late. Together." Sips her coffee suspiciously.
Oh my god. Those
Eyes
eyebrows.
narrowed. Oh, man. "It's my fault, Lucy. I had a late night, and Charles offered me a ride this morning." "Oh, yes, I see. A late night and a ride this morning. I read you loud and clear, Sam." Thumbs up. "No, Lucy, it's not like that." And then I think it's Jocelyn's turn.
Yeah.
Yes. And then
Lucy
Charles,
is hilarious. I love that girl.
she,
So fun.
do you think, like, she looks like she's inspired by someone from like Scooby-Doo or some
No.
old comic? Like, she's got like that classic look out of all of the, characters. The way she's drawn, it's just, I don't know. There's something about her.
I wonder if they're gonna have a panel of like where she takes her glasses off and she's just a total fox.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
Like
all the
Harlan
mystery has
Rosewood.
been solved,
Oh.
Like,
She's we need more Lucy.
Mhm. Agreed.
so as Charles walks in and hears all this, he's like, "Don't bother correcting her, Miss Young. Lucy will find an innuendo for everything." Sorry. It's best not to give her any more material.
That is very funny.
And then Umed's like really excited, and he's like, "Holy cow, Sam, you're finally here? What's wrong, Umed? You have to come and see this." And they're walking towards his desk. When was the last time you saw your Indigineer profile? It's been weeks. Why? You're gonna be a bit surprised. I took a look at it today, and I couldn't believe it. Your developer score went from 0.3 to 9.5. You've never seen anything like it, which is like crazy, because if you think of like the jump, it's almost like unbelievable, almost like from 1 week to another. I don't know, it's really bugged. Anyway, looks like Martial Law's replay of the game got fans to go back to your profile, and they either updated their original score to a 10 or created a new review. It's gone viral again. Is her rating improving, or has it reached its peak? It looks like the rating is still going up. At this rate, her developer score will have hit the highest rating on the site by next week. If that's the case, it looks like a congratulations is in order, Miss Young.
Sam
she's
just
looking at
shocked there, not sure
kinda
what to
shocked.
say.
Yeah, she's like not sure. I think I get it, like how she felt there, kind of like, I don't know, it's like gone too far almost, It would be really something if her score went from being the lowest on the site to the highest. That would be exceptional. And then she stands up, and you can see that she's clearly upset, and she leaves.
Oh, yeah, I felt a little awkward when they were like both talking about her without her saying a word,
Yeah, and it's like they're all excited. Oh my God, you got so good, and it's just like, you can see she's clearly upset. And then Umed says, "Don't look at me like that. I didn't do anything," as Charles glares at him.
And he's hilarious,
It's like,
right? Like,
who hurt my bunty?
exactly.
You
Like
little-
rationally, he realizes, yeah, Umed didn't do anything. He was right there. He knows he didn't do anything. But like right away, his emotional reaction is like, what have you done?
Must
Yeah,
save
wait a-
her from despair.
Way to keep your feelings out of it, Charles.
Right.
God.
Don't catch
Oh.
any feels, Charles? Sure.
Mhm. Mm,
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that
Chains
was
are-
a bunch of very...
the chains are slipping.
Mhm. Hmm.
And then you see her in a different room and she places her hands on the desk and she's breathing really slowly. Sam, are you okay? Umed says.
He
Yeah, I
was,
just
"Ah,"
want to be
right?
alone for a bit, okay? And then, you see Charles and he's kind of like worried. So, and then I'll handle this, Umed. Sorry, Charles. I had no idea she'd be this upset about this. It's okay. I know you would never mean any ill will. And then he closes the door.
He says that as he like glared at her like previously.
Yeah. It's like,
To calm down, and he took a second to be obnoxious and then realized he was in the wrong.
yeah, it's like, I know you would never do that,
Hmm.
which is good. I think there's a kinship in that office, to be honest, with all of the employees. There's like, a friendship there. It's good. I wish all
Yeah.
offices were like that, to be honest.
Mhm.
I feel like too, like Mangi, she really, like, especially with Charles, I notice it more. Like when he's full of emotion or, like in the moment of, very exciting interactions. His eyes just they like glow almost. And like when he looks at Sam, like this panel where it's just him kind of like scrunching his brow looking at Sam, like his eyes are very intense and the color is just so much more intense, I feel like.
Yeah, that's true. She does.
Mhm.
She like hits you with their eyes, their facial features,
Mhm.
which is why I love when she puts panels like that. It's just like kind of reinforces the fact that like there's worry or whatever. So
Mhm.
yeah.
It's that
Yeah.
whole show don't tell thing.
Mhm.
I think his eyes also get bigger, so we just see more of the color.
Mhm.
Beautiful blue eyes.
It's like trying to picture this person and I'm like, I have so many like references. I'm like, it could be that, it could be this. It's just like a mix of everyone. Yeah. Anyway.
You mean if you were to see someone in real life, like you're trying to
like
think of
like someone I've known or met or I don't know, seen on TV or something. I'm like, could it be that person, this person? Like, I don't know. Try and like picture the face.
trying to picture the live action.
Yeah.
Oh,
Exactly.
that'll be fun.
Dream casting or something.
Mhm.
I know. I want to know like who Mange was like inspired by to like draw Charles.
Yeah,
Well,
and
like all of them really, but Charles in particular. Like,
well, and I want to know, like, did she study Welsh to? Because like I've never heard Welsh like spoken. I went on YouTube because of this
Right.
web comic just to hear what Welsh sounds like, and I'm like, oh God, yes. So I don't know. I'm like, where did she study it, or did she just on a whim go, I'm gonna make this guy Welsh? So I don't know. I'd like to know that.
That's a fun one. I do know in one of the interviews, she was like, oh, how did you get Charles his name Jones? She literally Googled, what is the most popular Welsh surname? And Jones was it. So that's that.
Neat.
Google.
Yep. Well, Krystine, you're up next.
All right. So we see Charles and he's like, are you all right, Bunty? And Sam's like, yeah. Are you saying that so you don't worry anyone? And she's like, yeah.
In the true Sam fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's funny because when she first said I want to be alone, and then Charles goes in, I was like, if I say I want to be alone, I really do want to be alone. But I guess I do understand that at least you should ask a question like, are you sure? Do you need it? Do you need me? But yeah, it turns out I guess his intuition was correct. She really does actually want someone to talk to.
Well, and just to see how she's grown, like you'd think about, you know, at the start of the comic, how she, you know, would never have let anyone see her like that because she has this chip on her shoulder about being sickly as a kid, and she doesn't want anyone to see her weak. And just the fact that she's able to, he's like, are you just saying that? She's like, yeah, I am. You know, I need somebody, like you said. So it's pretty cool to see how far she's come already.
Yeah.
Mhm.
In many
And she
different
doesn't,
ways
like-
too. Like not just the weakness, but also, you know, her confidence and all that.
Mm.
So it's definitely, yeah, it's cool to see.
She's on a journey.
Yes, she is.
Mhm. What were you gonna say, Krystine?
Oh, I was gonna say, like, and she hasn't like reached for her inhaler in like a while.
Yeah. good
Well,
point.
we haven't had any sexy time encounters yet.
True, true.
Since that initial coating the morning cotton in
Right.
dew.
Wish you were here for that episode. I remember that.
I was.
That was a very emotional episode. For
That was
everyone. We're like,
probably one of my
"You just went like this
favorites.
all the time."
There was so much giggling. Oh, yes. Yes.
Oh boy. And so Charles is like, do you want to talk about it? And like you just see like poor Sam is like shaking and like has a little sniffle, and he's like, come on, Bunty, take a seat. Let's talk about what's on your mind. I realize you're upset about Indigineer, but your score has improved. I would think it's a good thing. And Sam's like, you're missing the point, Charles. All I've wanted is for people to play and enjoy my game. But those people leaving positive reviews for Ruminate, it's the exact problem as before. I'm getting a score I don't deserve. Yes, it's a good score as opposed to a bad one, but I don't deserve that score any more than I did the bad one. I want to earn a good rating, not be given one because it's become a trend to do so. That's big of her to say.
It's also true of a lot of these sites, like, you know, when you don't even have to own the game to review the game, even though, you know, I think it's like you should be owning the game, playing the game, having some hours in the game, and then maybe you can review it. But these sites just like you can just bomb someone for whatever they've watched, like a let's play of or whatever. I think it's unfair. I really do. And like she says, she wants to earn it, and it's hard to earn it when people just, you know, give you bad scores for no particular reason at all. Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that was a, you know, a real thing in real life. I'm not really a gamer, so I don't know that kind of crowd. But is it like Steam? You can do that like on Steam or
yeah, you can rate a game, and like you've played 2 hours of the game. It's like, you know, what do you know really when someone else has like played hours and hours on end of it? They obviously like it, and you gave them a 1 star or something, you know? It's just, it's kind of unfair.
I have a feeling that like her Indigineer proposal, I wonder if she'll be more motivated now even than before to do something, because the flaw still stands, and it'll be even more kind of reliable coming from her, given that she's like, I don't care if it's a positive rating, it's still not deserved.
Yeah, I mean, her proposal kind of like she doesn't want that to happen to someone else. And also the fact that she went from the lowest score to the highest score will really show like, you know, she wants to change this. It's obviously a problem. Yeah.
And Sam continues, I can't help but feel that because of all this, no one will ever take me or Ruminate seriously. And that breaks my heart. And Charles is just like, oh, sad face.
Very sympathetic.
And Sam's just like, this is all just really hurts my motivation to make more games. If this is what can happen.
Aww.
That sucks.
Yeah, that's probably so relatable to a lot of people, like who pour their heart and soul into it.
Yeah.
And I know that like for probably for webtoons creators, right? You know, reading negative comments is very tough. I mean, they say so, right? So yeah, I mean, it's hard, like when you have something you're passionate about and then it's not appreciated in the way that you hope.
Other people just shit all over your creative work. Yeah.
Like
It's terrible.
recently the author of the webtoon My Deepest Secret, like she was like, this is my last one, people keep pirating my content. She was like, no more, like this is my last webtoon ever.
Oh,
I was like, that sucks because
Yeah.
that story was so good, like, and just the fact that like she was so fed up with people pirating and stealing her content that she's like,
Yeah.
no more.
Did she finish the series or just?
Yeah, it's done now. It's really great, but like just it's kind of bittersweet to think that it's over and it's you don't get to see more from her. Maybe she'll put out something like, you know, for paid, but like it sucks.
Yeah, and it's crazy because it's all free on Webtoons, so you can't wait a few weeks. Like I don't
come
get
on.
it. It's literally free. Like you don't have to pay for it. Just like wait a little bit.
I don't know how people can have so much anger. It's like I don't know. I look forward to any new content. I'm like, oh, it's Tuesday. Well, no, it's Monday night. I'm excited for Let's Play, or it's Friday. It's time for MPL. You know, I don't know, it's a treat and it's something to look forward to. And I don't know why people have to have such negativity towards it. It's like, just chill out, bro. Just have a good time.
I think there's that instant gratification problem around. And I mean, I'm the type who I want to support as much as I can the people that I like truly like music, you know, webtoons, anything that's like creative work. I certainly will buy it. I'll go the extra mile to get the author like some recognition there because I feel like it's so important, you know.
Yeah.
It's not done enough.
Yeah.
I know. Like even when like people complain like, oh, this episode is so short, blah blah blah, and it's like ungrateful.
It came out. There'll be a next one. Like, you know. Oh well.
There's always haters gonna hate.
Yeah, I like that song. It's a very important message.
Yeah.
Yep. And so Charles continues with, Samara, when you made Ruminate, how many people were you hoping would play and enjoy it? Hundreds? Thousands? And Sam's like, I don't know. And Charles was like, well, I'm at least one person who has played and enjoyed your game. I was never really one for computer or video games, so playing your game was a first for me. And as you know, I greatly enjoyed it. So much so that I looked into similar games to play. And him saying that, I was like the World of Warcraft game that they play?
Oh.
Are you a certain Shakespearean guy?
I thought that was Marshall, to be honest.
Yeah, it's
but
definitely
maybe,
it's probably
okay. I was like, maybe it is Charles. I don't know.
Well, wait, Josalynn is an experienced player, so she can tell us if somebody just started playing video games for like a few weeks, presumably, I don't know, a week or two, could they get to max level like Dion did?
Probably not.
No, I mean, Charles obviously has a day job, so can't just sit and play games all day. So, all right.
And we know who is playing games all day. So.
All right. I wanted to believe Krystine's theory. So.
Hey, I won't knock it down. We don't know yet.
So. Yeah, we don't know yet.
Maybe he's just really, 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 really good. I don't know.
Well, he is really smart. I mean, that's obvious. You know.
Wait, is it a matter of like being good, or is it just also the matter of time that you have to put in? Because I know the grinding last episode, right? Doesn't that take time also?
Oh, it does. Yeah. Yeah, it does. It takes time, and sometimes it's even just the way the game is built. There's no way you can rush through it. And there's like storyline and quests to do and whatever. So. Yeah.
Okay, well, next time I have a gamer question, I'm just gonna send you a PM.
Sure, anytime.
That lingo just goes. I'm here for the romance.
Yeah, there's plenty of that in here.
Yes.
Yeah, I think this was thrown in to distract us and to put us on the wrong path.
Oh, like a red herring. Dang it.
Dang it.
And so Charles is like, roommate opened up a whole world of entertainment that I wasn't a part of before. If it hadn't been for your game, then I would be missing out on something I've come to enjoy. And I thank you for that. I know my feedback may not weigh as much as the collective voices of thousands of others, but I love your work and look forward to what you make in the future. So please don't let this viral nonsense hurt your passion.
Aw. He always has good words to say. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
I don't think he realizes how like much he still has left to give emotionally. Like he thinks he's done and like, oh, no emotional attachments, you know, I don't want to get hurt again. But he's still sweet under all that.
That smile, like that genuine smile on his face, like, how are you not catching feelings, dude?
Yeah.
Oh, he
He
is.
is. He just doesn't know it.
How are you not catching feelings?
Mhm.
May not realize this by now.
Yeah. How do you not realize that you're?
Don't be afraid to catch feels.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, in terms of what he says, he thinks that his feedback is not as much as thousands of others, and I totally disagree, because in real life, like if you have thousands of people that you don't know versus one person whose opinion you really value greatly, I think the person that you know is going his opinion is going to count for a lot more, especially since the thousands of people who rated, their whole rating was not very like trustworthy. Like if it was thousands of like actual gamers who sat down and played her game, yeah, maybe she would count their opinion. But like these are people who didn't even play her game, most likely. So it's like their opinion doesn't really count. Like,
Exactly. And that's why I think that's her whole proposal, is they got to find a way to like get out of that trend of just like people bombing these developers. Yeah.
I will say, I hope that Marshall's positive thing, I would assume at least some people went and played the game after that.
Mhm.
Especially
Well,
since-
what about Sam's friends that she like raids dungeons with? Like, have any of them played the game? I don't remember that being mentioned in the story.
I think it was mentioned that I know the ones that she's in, she's playing that role-playing game with have played it. I'm pretty sure. I heard them mention it. Maybe it was very early on though.
I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
don't remember.
maybe Angela and Vicky.
Yeah.
I remember saying something. Maybe.
Not sure about the other two, but who knows? I don't know. I guess we'll find out because I'm sure eventually they'll mention it. But yeah.
Mhm. And you just see Sam like wiping like her eyes, and she's like, "Thank you, Charles. That does help." He's like, "Of course, I want to help, however I can." And then,
Sorry.
you do.
That was my inner Lucy coming out. I'm sorry. Sorry.
And Sam continues with, "Do you remember what you said about accommodating my needs?" And Charles just instantly is just red and just like,
Wait.
Samara, I do remember that, but I also said that we shouldn't do those things in the office.
Oh
and,
God.
and you just see Sam like giggling, saying, "That's not what I'm referring to, silly. I just wanted a hug." And Charles just looks like, "Oh." And then he just like chuckles to himself. And then he's like, "Come in for I don't know how to pronounce that word.
Oh, I should have looked it up.
Quinch." And then it sounds like a what? A cringe. It's Welsh for, well, like a snuggle. And then
I thought, by the way, because the couch is featured there, I thought they were going to lie down on the couch and have a cuddle there.
ooh,
I don't know, think that.
Well, that would definitely lead to things
something.
in the
Right.
office.
Right,
Just-
maybe a little much.
With the morning they had, I mean,
I like the way you're thinking, Mindy, though. Yeah.
Couches for good. He's so pleased at like being asked. I think he's very pleased at being needed, and he doesn't quite recognize that, but like that little pleased smile and the blush, it's good to know that someone wants you and that like you're comforting for someone else.
And you see them hugging, and Charles is like, "Are you gonna be okay, Bunty?" And Sam's like, "Yeah, I think so, Charles. Thanks." Love it.
Sweet.
Real.
Oh, I just realized something. Yeah. So I think we'll have to tone down our Catherine and Lucy theory a bit, because I see that Catherine's a Kickstarter supporter. So I feel like if it would have been part of the plot, it wouldn't have been a Kickstarter supporter. It would be like planned. Maybe. Unless Lucy was originally, not going to have this story, and now she will.
Maybe, who knows?
Well, this Catherine lady has really good taste, because I like her character design with the turban and the hair. So she's cute.
I like it.
I like her purple hair.
Yes. I wonder, like, if this is someone who's listening to these podcasts, or
If you wear like purple hair,
Hi, Catherine.
Right.
Hi.
we should be with Lucy.
Yeah. Plotted out your life story already with your 2D character. Yep. So, yeah, what do you think about the episode as a whole?
Well, it was just really, you got to see another facet of, Charles and Sam getting to know each other. And really, it's not about anything sexual. Again, it's just, like you said, comfort and being there for someone you care about. And I think it was beneficial for both of them.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, his part was small, but Umed being that friend who's just like, I don't know, he wants to like be there for her, but doesn't want to like intrude. And anyway, I don't know, like he's a colleague, but more than that. And I like that. Lucy as well. The whole part is just funny. And she's great. I really do hope there's more of her, and that we find out what exactly is going on with her without the glasses, maybe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You know what? I just realized we're actually all wearing glasses in this episode.
I know. We should all whip our glasses off at the same time.
Ready?
Okay.
On the count of 3.
Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Don't have much hair to flip, but
Oh, I was supposed to flip my hair. Oh, I missed it. Okay. I love us. I love us.
I could make a little reel out of just that moment if you guys are okay with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Boomerang.
Okay. Oh, I've never done that. I should do that.
I don't know how to do it, so
Quick Google search away. Do you guys want to do a bonus question?
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you to my current patrons: Susie Lady Libris, Lily Jenny Haley, Maria Molly Veronica, Emily Joe Rochelle, Saucy Tuggles Meg, Anna Rose Priya, Alexa Misty Laura, Joanne Patty Jen, Emilda Esther Montague, Taurus Poppy Seed Marie Jen, Emily Jean Jen, Erin D, Kate, and Lily. Your support is truly appreciated.